If I was to become a dealer, like pushing product, I wouldn't push any kind of illegal substance, nah. I would push Bucephalandra. It's beautiful, it's expensive, and it's addictive. And let's not also forget that it's legal. The only issue is that it grows slow, and because of that, it's susceptible to algae growth. Today, I just want to have a little bit of a chat to you about why your Bucephalandra might be looking a little bit shabby, and show you how to get rid of stubborn algae off of its leaves. Bucephalandra, or Buce, comes from the same family as Danubius and shares a lot of its hardiness and stubbornly slow growth rates. Now, I want to quickly just give you some key points on Bucephalandra Care so that we're all up to speed on its lore before we can get into my favorite part, destroying algae. So just quickly, Buce prefers low to medium light, so don't be blinding that bad boy for 12 hours a day on just really strong light. Buce is an epiphyte plant, coming from the ancient Greek word epiphyton, meaning upon plant. You can't bury your Buce, put it on a rock or on driftwood or above the substrate, okay? You gotta glue it, baby. And finally, it gets its fertilization from the water column. That means you've got a job in giving it some fertilizer so that it has something to eat. You gotta feed the child, unfortunately. You gotta feed the Buce child. Now, if you've ever kept Buce before, you probably noticed that it's always the first plant to get algae, even when everything else looks spotless. That's because, again, Buce is a slow grower. It can take weeks for it to push out just one single little leaf. That means that if anything lands on its surface, it just sort of stays there. It doesn't outgrow and outcompete algae like stems do. It kind of just accepts its fate. Buce naturally grows in shaded high-flow streams in Borneo, but in our aquariums, we often put it in high light and slow flow. Its leaves are thick and a little waxy too, so they collect tiny films of organics and detritus that act like fertilizer for algae spores. So even if your Ambulia or your Rotala is looking really spotless and good, your Buce is going to be the one that's wearing a fuzzy green jacket. If that happens, don't panic. Just lower your light a little bit, add more movement, more water flow. You can do that by adding an air stone and keep your fertilization balanced. But hey, if it's completely taking over and it's looking nasty and you just cannot deal with even seeing it anymore, I got a quick fix for you. Use a 3% hydrogen peroxide bath or spray. Either lower your tank water level down and mist the affected leaves directly, or remove the plant and spray it outside the tank. You'll see that it starts to bubble and work almost immediately. Leave it for 1 to 2 minutes, then refill your tank or put it back into your tank. The algae will die off within a day or two and your Buce will look brand new. Just be warned, if you have your Buce sitting amongst some moss or anything that's sensitive, like crypts, hydrogen peroxide will kill those plants, or like badly maim. So if that's the case for you, what you can do is grab a paintbrush and paint it directly onto the leaves instead. Just make sure you avoid any of the delicate plants. Now, if you're not used to hydrogen peroxide, or you don't know the dosage rates, you don't know what products to buy, you can also use liquid carbon. I'll put a link in the description. All you need to do is just calculate how much you can use per the amount of liters that you have of your tank. And then instead of dosing your tank as you would normally, use that in a spray or paint that on. Just so that you know, this kind of algae removal isn't just reserved for plants. You can also do this to your rocks, to your driftwood, anything that's covered in algae and you want completely nuked, it'll do it for you. But remember, this solution is only a band-aid. You do need to get to the root cause of what's going on in your tank to figure out why you're constantly getting all this algae. It's usually always light or nutrients, and you've just got to make some adjustments to your tank to find that beautiful balance. Quick disclaimer, I need to warn you also that if you're planning to get Bucephalandra, it is a gateway drug and you're going down a road of aquarium addiction. But let's be honest, there are way worse things that you could be addicted to. I can name like 5. So let me enable you by saying this. If you'd like to buy some Bucephalandra, I'll put it in the link below. And if you're in Melbourne, come drop by our store and you can see the different varieties that we have. Now, if you're a true addict, if you're a true fiend for aquariums, you should subscribe and follow along. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not good for aquarium sobriety, but at least we can be junkies together. Thanks for watching.